You're probably all wondering why I'm playing around with Portugage's body like a child with a first Barbie doll after spending hours in the last video collecting star cores in the galactic zone. Let me tell you how this began. It all started from a nice gentle stroll around the Nuka World market. Minding my own business when I happened upon Mackenzie Bridgman.
Hello, boss. Congratulations on taking out Coulter. I'm sure you'll do great.
I'm still trying to figure out if I even want this gig.
That's understandable, but whether you want it or not, the job is yours. Sorry I'm so nervous. I didn't mean any disrespect, boss. I just don't know where I stand with you, and I don't want to end up pissing you off. That, and well, I'd be lying if I said we weren't all wondering how you plan to run the place. I mean, this is your show now. You can do anything you want. You can run Nuka World just like Coulter. Business as usual, or you could, well, you know, get rid of the Raiders if you don't exactly agree with how they're running the place.
Well, I admit, I didn't like being roped into this job in the first place.
Then this might be your chance to make some changes around here. The gangs that call this place home are already at each other's throats. Now, you could risk your own neck and try to keep them from tearing each other apart, or you could do the right thing and put them in the ground. When it's all said and done, you're still running this place from your fancy house on the mountain over there. Except now, you won't have to sleep with a gun under your pillow.
I'd have to kill all of them?
No, of course not. If you're serious about this, then you'll have to take down the leaders of the gangs. That means putting a bullet into Nisha, Mason, Mags, and Mags's brother, William. Once you do that, the gangs will collapse and Nuka Town goes back to being a free trading post. I should, probably stop talking about this out here. Just keep what I said in mind. Anyway, I'm the closest thing to a doctor around
After
here.
this conversation, I could just feel the itch in my trigger finger, and I
Got
thought,
some medical supplies
do you know
too,
what?
if you're looking for
That
those.
actually sounds like a pretty
Could
good
use some
idea.
supplies, actually.
Of course.
So why
Here's
not?
my current
Let's
stock.
go after the Raider gangs. So I thought, yeah, let's go after the pack first.
You got some kind of death wish? Oh, it's you.
It's me, and I've got an itchy trigger finger. I knew there was going to be a lot of them in here, so I thought I'd stand next to the lady with no clothes in a fairly secluded and sheltered spot and just start shooting. I didn't really get aggy with me until I shot the mole rat. After that, all hell broke loose. And the dogs come at me, and the people come at me, and the bullets come at me, and it was just mayhem. Things started to get interesting when Mason showed up. He found himself a nice little spot where I couldn't quite get to him, and the lady with no clothes got directly in front of me and distracted me from there. My job of taking out all the raider bosses. I lost count of the amount of times I nearly died. Luckily with the stim packs, they work quickly because I'm on survival mode, so legendary difficulty. But even so, without those stim packs, I really wouldn't be able to do this. I probably should have worn some power armor rather than just some skimpy sports equipment.
If I look like I'm enjoying this, it's because I am.
finally I managed to take Mason out, and with him a lot of the rest of the pack as well. So I thought, yeah, just loot his body quick, take all of his stuff and his Yale guy finger necklace, which sounds a bit strange. There was still a couple more, I just couldn't quite see where they were. It didn't help that the lady with no clothes was getting in the way. So there was one hiding in this cage which I couldn't see past all the prisoners. And we had a few more which were still hiding back there behind the gorilla pens. So they were my next targets.
Lock and load. You saying your prayers? Because you're gonna die.
After killing off the pack's pet gorillas, try saying that after a few bevies.
That was tough.
The pack area was finally mine. Taking them all down. One gang down, 2 to go. Walking around the main theme park was no laughing matter either. They were coming at me from all over the place. Shooting me from the left, shooting at me from the right. Finding behind bins, behind lampposts. I had to have my wits about me, my stim packs on the ready. And keep Heather going as well. Things were getting really hot.
Incoming.
I didn't mean to shoot Heather. Sorry Heather. She was in the way. Just a little bit. And I was trigger happy. Another really close call where the stim packs come in handy. After seeing what seemed like an absolute eternity, I'd managed to take out most of the raiders in the main area. After that, it was off to the parlour to take out the operators. And again, another intense firefight, straight on me as soon as I walk through the door. And not to mention the number of explosions which were going off. It was like 4th of July and the Guy Fawkes night all in one, but inside the building where I couldn't see anything. Except bullets flying at me and fire everywhere.
going down, bitch.
Launched in a few Molotovs just to heat it up a little bit in there for them as well. Make life a little more interesting.
You saying your prayers? Because you're gonna die. You are going down. It's loot time.
One more little SOB hiding out back, but I thought I'd scare him a little bit and just play around with the body. This is what you do when you mess with the sole survivor. Finally, all of the operators are taken down and the parlour was mine.
Something's up.
Back outside, I had another wave of enemies to fight. The disciples were after me, I had the rest of the pack after me, operators. They were all out to get me now. I've made myself enemy number one. But you know what? I didn't care. I had an itch to scratch and I was going to scratch it. Another close call, which was too close for comfort. With all the bullets flying everywhere. Luckily Heather had managed to pick herself up a half decent semi-auto rifle. Found myself a bit of cover. Just taking the last of these out. Getting blown up by a grenade was not a healthy option. Having cleared the outside areas, taken out the pack and the operators, it was time to head to Fizztop Mountain and take out the disciples. Now, this was actually quite a challenging fight because it was very dark in here. They had the advantage of height, as you can see. They were shooting from above, as well as those that are coming around from the right hand side.
for hope. Beautiful raiders, a rival gang. Two shits about it. Now, like I said, Adam used to get his way.
Like the taste of warm blood.
Now we're holding back. Hold up.
I made that gang 0, me 3. Disciples down, pack down, operators down. They just left one more person to stand between me and killing everyone in Nuka World. Mr. Porter-Gage. And there he is over in distance. About to get his ass handed to him. Well, after he hands it up, my ass to know it is.
Come on, you son of a bitch.
Not gonna lie, I was a little bit disappointed that Heather got the final shot, but the result was the same as the end. Everyone was dead. And neither was I the other boss. I was the only boss. And there I am, flapping Porter-Gage's body around like a child with a first Barbie doll. And doesn't know what to do with it. Just going to hang him up to dry a little bit. Once I finished playing with his body, it was back to the Nuka marketplace to let Mackenzie know how I'd done. I wasn't expecting was all the raiders to still be in here shooting at me and everyone else around me. But the problem was I couldn't see them. I couldn't find them. So I looked up and there's one standing above, but obviously you can't shoot through cloth in this game. So he was safe. And I'll get absolutely pounded until I get my bearings and figure out where they're coming from. Once that happens, they are mine. They are meat. Dead meat. And I just go through them like a sharp scythe through wheat. Finally get the all clear and go find Mackenzie and have a chat with her.
Mackenzie. Boss, I can't believe it. You killed the raiders. All of them. I have to ask, why?
I'm not sure, really. I guess I just felt like killing a lot of people.
Oh. Okay, boss. I, really hope you've scratched that itch now. I've thought about this day for a long time. Dreamed about it, really. Though I never thought I'd see that dream come true. Now that it has, I'm left with the question that I don't know the answer to. What happens next?
What do you want to happen?
I think we should keep this place going, like the way it used to be. Only now, we can use the money we bring in to make our lives better. Before you go, there's one last thing I need to say. Thank you. Sincerely, from all of us. Thank you. Wherever the road takes you, know that you'll always be welcomed back here in Nuka World. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to figure out a way to safely remove these collars.
There is one thing that I can say though. This is Porter-Gage's armour, and it looks a hell of a lot better on me than it ever did on him. Although for some reason it seems to have lost a lot of material in the transition from male to female. Not that I'm complaining, because he's got some serious defensive capabilities. So that is my little story. That is how I go from having a nice little wander around the Nuka Town marketplace to killing off all of the gangs. Next episode, come along, maybe there'll be some more murder and mayhem. Till then, look after yourselves and take care. Bye bye.